from Kilowatt 6 Whiskey India Sugar near Placerville. This is K6 WIS near Placerville, beaming the Bay Area.
Hello there.
Good evening, Jim. W6PQ from K6WIS here. Your signal went from S8 up to 20 over 9 as he swung the antenna there. So, yeah, great reception here between us tonight. Over.
Yeah, good evening, Paul. Very strong, good signal. And I was away from the radio, so I didn't hear if you said you had some other check-ins. So we're...
Hey, I hear the other Jim there, WB6JNN from K6WIS. Got you maybe about a 4x1, 4x2 right now. Now take it there, JNN, over.
Yeah, you're only 4x4 here. Got less power than you, so but I do hear you in there, Paul. WB6JNN.
Thank you very much for the 4x4 there. Yeah, you probably got more noise there in the Bay Area. Plus, maybe it's getting cold down there too. I was working in the Bay Area up near Berkeley for most of the day, in fact all the day, and drove back. I got here just after sunset, so yeah, and I was having QSOs with the Clear Lake folks, and the southernmost station on the lake here, which is at the lowest point, I could not copy at all. He was just on a vertical antenna, but usually I can copy him. But anyway, so I think this is cold, foggy air in the low areas causing disruption past there. So nice to hear you there, Jim, WB6JNN. This is K6WIS. Back to you there, JNN. Take it.
K6MYC. You hear me there, Jim?
I hear you, Mike, and I hear Jim, and I hear Paul up in Placerville.
Paul, you're bodacious in here. I didn't hear Jim come back. Jim, where'd you go?
Yeah, good evening, Mike, and good evening, Fred, from K6WIS Placerville.
Good evening, Paul. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Fred. Got you. What happened to Jim? Jim, WB6JNN. Go ahead, we're copying.
Thanks, Jim.
I think I'm doubling with Jim.
That was PQL, Jim, but I haven't heard JNN. He came back to me once, though.
Well, he was good copy here. He's not as strong as you are, but we got good copy on him anyway. I got him checked in.
Oh, great. Could you also check in the Clear Lake folks, KA6OSX and N1PPP, over?
Okay, I'll put them in here. Thanks very much for that.
And Fred, you're 5x3 up here in Placerville.
Thanks, Paul. You're almost an S9. You're really strong.
Thanks for the signal.
I hear you, Tom.
And Mike, you're almost S9. Very strong signal on the bounce pass.
Yeah, it's an amazing path. It looks like you're 20 miles from me here. Holy cow. Listen, let's get Tom in here. Tom just popped in, so let's get him in, and maybe he can pass out reports, too, on this very spectacular propagation night. KW6 Sugar 610, K6MYC.
K6MYC, KW6S. Yeah, doing real good here, and... yeah, 6 meters has been open a little bit down into South America. I haven't really found too much of it, but I see it spotted, and some of the guys in the Bay Area are working down into Texas and New Mexico. So 6 is a little bit active tonight.
Well, I guess I have not heard anything here. I'm on 125. I guess I should move the radio up to 140.
Yeah, well, we'll have to see how that goes. But, yeah, otherwise, not a lot going on here. And I'm not sure whether I'll make it on 6 later tonight or not, but I'll give it a try.
Yeah, I know you have company there. I'm surprised you were in here this evening, but I'm happy you are. Well, doggone it, I had a pen here for a second. What did I do with it? My pen has disappeared on me here. Well, that's interesting. Oh, well, anyway, I've got everybody written down that's checked in so far, except for PQL. I haven't heard Jim yet. So let me scrounge one more second for this pen. I hear you, Jim, WB6JNN. Go ahead.
Just have a noisy night here, WB6JNN, but you're about an F8, but my noise level's like F6 or 7.
Yeah, no, you're Q5. It's not bodacious, but you're certainly readable, Jim. I heard you in there earlier, and we called you back in, but you must have had, did you have a breakdown or something, over?
Well, Jim was also in here. I thought you were looking for him. PQL was in here, and I thought maybe you were looking for him.
No, we were looking for you, but that's okay. I'm looking for my pen right now. This is weird. I can't figure out where my pen went. Unfortunately, it's the last one I have, so I'm going to have to get some help finding more pens here. Stand by, guys.
I think I got everybody written down, Mike, but I know you want to write it down yourself as well. K6US 1079 and Bozo 1100.
Well, the Bay Area might see some rain tomorrow. There's a front coming in off the Pacific.
Okay, that's a red pen, but I think red works as good as anything else. Okay, good deal. I'm hearing everybody just fine, and I'm just sort of splitting the difference between the headings here. Let's see if I can hear Jim. W6PQL. Pick it up, and let's see what I have to do to get you in here. K6MYC.
Yeah, hi, Mike. I hear you in there. You're not Q5. You're actually down quite a bit, but it's probably because you've got your antenna just a little bit further south than it needs to be. And there I see that you're sweeping around and kind of looking for me. You won't get me down to Monterey, that's for sure. But I guess this is just all we're going to get tonight with conditions the way they are. Maybe after 8 o'clock when I get a hold of Santa Barbara. NYC W6PQL.
loud here. I don't know why I would be just Q4. You're way up, not bodacious, but certainly one of the stronger stations out of the Bay Area for sure. W6PQL 1296. Do you copy me now? Over.
Yeah, that's better now, Mike. You're about 10 dB above the noise floor now.
Here, 509.
Who was that?
So here's 509 WB6JN.
Yeah, I moved off of you to peek on Jim. Now I've got weak copy on you. But let me come back, and I'll get you and Fred for a couple of transmissions, and then we'll move on here. Let me go back just a little bit.
Problem here, it's heavy.
Fred, go ahead, make a transmission. Let me see if I can peek on you. KD6SOK, K6MYC.
Okay, yeah. Good evening to the two Jim. Hi, I always get confused. That's me. Boy, good signals. Actually, I think the conditions on 222 tonight are excellent. Paul comes in, he's just booming in here, strongest I've heard him in a long time. And you're coming in 20 over 9, and so I would say it's great conditions tonight. It was a beautiful sunny day, which was nice. It was nice and warm, and I hear it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so we'll see. We're not supposed to get a lot of rain, but a little bit of rain, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, hopefully that's enough of a transmission. And I don't want it to get too cold tonight. I can turn on the heater pretty soon. Back to you, Mike, KD6S, okay?
Yeah, very good, Fred. Better than usual on 222, but Jim PQL and Jim JNN are down. So I don't know how to evaluate the conditions here. Let me do one thing. Let me shoot it back over to you, Tom, if you're still there. KW6S, and I understood your comment about 6 meters. Let you go. I know you have company there. KW6S, K6MYC.
Yeah, very good. I'm still here, but yeah, listened around today. I didn't really hear anything but the locals, but and it was all on FT8. The stations I've been seeing on there were really down in the weeds. So except the locals, of course. But yeah, otherwise things are holding together here, and we'll see how it goes tomorrow night. K6MYC, KW6S.
Yeah, well, I don't think we'll have any trouble on 1296, but you know, it's always good between you and I, but it can be bad for other people. Okay, Tom, we'll let you go. You got company and other things, and maybe you can catch somebody else on 6 before it goes away there. So good luck, and we'll look for you tomorrow or later today on 6. Although you probably won't stick around for 6 meters. So if you're there, you're there. KW6 Sugar, K6MYC 73, Tom.
Good night.
I don't hear WA6OIB. Ken, are you in here tonight? Where's Rob tonight? WB6 KM6SRR. Rob?
Hey, Mike. Just got here. The net's just ending that I was on. This is Kilo Mike 6, Sierra Romeo, number 432, along with 1200.
Okay. Well, I got you. And I think we pretty much got everybody in the Bay Area, too. So let me do one more thing. We'll shoot it back to Jim, WB6JNN, 73s to you, Fred and Tom and everybody. And we'll shoot it over to Jim and then back to PQL, and I think that's the roundup that we have here. And then I'll go over and get Ken in Oakley. WB6JNN, K6MYC. Go ahead, Jim. Okay, well, let's drop down to Q3. Q3 on that transmission, I didn't get anything except your call sign. So band's conditions are not holding, and I went back and forth, and I saw both edges, both north and south, or north and south edge of your signal. And I peaked it on you again, but it just would not come back to Q5. So Fred's louder than usual, and you're weaker than usual, and I don't understand why that works that way. Anyway, 7-3, Jim, and we'll look for you tomorrow night if you can make it on 1296, and we'll do our best to hear you there, too. WB6JNN, K6MYC, and up to you, Jim. I moved the antenna, so I'll have to come back a little bit. W6PQL for a final to me, K6MYC.
Yeah, that sounds good, Mike. You did come up when you moved the antenna back. I guess Jim and I are a few degrees apart. But real good now, and about 10 dB above the noise level here. I didn't look at the S meter because it really is irrelevant. But I can read dB above noise really well on the display and also on the inductor. Okay, so see you later. Look for you a little after 8 o'clock. If I don't catch you around 8 o'clock, I'll catch you on 6 meters later. K6NYC, W6PQL.
Okay, big drop. Boy, the band is just doing some weird things here. Just a huge drop in signal strength. You probably won't hear me. We'll look for you on 6. We'll look for you on 6, Jim. 73. W6PQL, K6MYC.
Good night, all. 7-3.
7-3, Fred. You're stronger than Jim. Way stronger.
Yeah, you're just booming in here. We must have a path it's just amazing.
Yeah, I've gone 10 degrees off of you from where you peak, and you're just sitting there. Really a strange night from Cupertino. You're far enough back from the hills, it must be knife edging just perfectly for us. 7-3, Fred, and maybe we'll catch you tomorrow night and Wednesday if your noise level stays low.
Thank you, Mike. 7-3, and we'll try it tomorrow night. 86, that's okay.
Roger. Okay, Bay Area, last call, K6MYC. Okay, I'm going up to Oakley here. That should be somewhere around Oakley area. N6RO, K6MYC.
K6MYC, N6RO, how copy?
Oh, pretty good, and the audio sounds much better. It's very high-pitched and pinched, but it's good audio, not breaking up. Over?
Yeah, I think the problem previous weeks, the drive output from the transverter was too low, and it would cut in and out. And before that, it was a mic connection. So I think I got it all fixed now. Bozo 835, high temperature 55, and haven't decided on dinner. Believe it or not, I slept 13 hours today after 4 or 5 days straight of not enough sleep. See you on 6 and 6RO.
Okay, very good. Very good. Nice signal. Very easy copy, and it's high pitched. It may be off frequency slightly. You may be wanting to hear me a little bassier, but other than that, why, it's clean and crisp. So sounds good, Jim. I mean, Ken, you've got it. You got all the first level and the second level problems solved. Hi.
Yeah. Okay. I'm using one of my contest headsets. So it's not the high-pitched D104 that I sometimes use. And I haven't learned how to use the equalizer in this new radio yet. I have to know how to work 4 different radios here to use my station. See you on 6.
Okay. Well, it's got some bass in there. Believe it or not, it's got some bass. So, but when you look at the equalizer, maybe you can fiddle with it a little bit more. Plenty of body, but it's just a little bit high pitched, and it may be more frequency than anything else. But could you go up in frequency 20 hertz without losing me?
Oh yeah. Actually, this transverter drifts quite a bit, even after being on for an hour. And so I've been sort of fiddling the main knob. Maybe that's the issue.
Yeah. Do you give me another 20 cycles higher?
Okay, how's that? 1, 2, 3.
that's starting to get really sounding good. You're really sounding like you got one of the better audios of all the stations that you run there.
Okay, well, it's a Telecraft, which we've been using the K3s for 20 years, and now the K4s. Okay, I gotta go decide what to cook, and I'll see you in an hour.
Okay, yeah, well, it probably won't be an hour, but a little bit after. I'll be starting at about 8:15, so 8:30 or so for you. 7-3, N6RO Oakley, K6MYC clear. Looking for anybody else in this direction. QRZ 222, check-ins.
226 is here, and hello to Ken up there, WA6OIB.
Hi, Ken.
Good signal, good signal.
Hi, same here.
How are you doing there, Mike?
Yeah, good, I got you. I was just writing you in here. I called for you earlier, but you weren't there, but you are now. So we've got a pretty good list already. I think we're probably 12 or 13 already checking in, so we're getting close to our normal limit here. Anyway, you're sounding good. I'm heading now towards Sacramento. We may or may not have anybody in Sacramento, and then we may have to just go up and get KE7UQL, and that might be the end of it here. So let's see if I can squeeze anybody out of Sacramento. Anybody while I'm shooting right straight up the valley here, K6MYC Bozo Net 222. Okay, nothing heard. Let me go over towards Sacramento some more here.
Mike?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, WA6OIB. Check in Ralph. He was there. That's where I was when you called me, probably.
Oh, okay, good. Well, we'll get number 3 written in here. Thank you.
Very good. Want to make sure you got him in there. All right.
Yeah, did you catch him on 090? Is that where you're getting him?
That's correct. That's where we always go, is 090 at 745.
Yeah, okay. Well, I've asked him to come up here at 7:30 because I can point right at him at 7:30. It wouldn't be a problem. But he doesn't seem to want to do that. Maybe he's doing something else by the time 7:30 comes around.
Yeah, he's swinging around, and by the time 7:45 is, he's up this way. That's when he hits the north, right at 7:45. Other than that, he's looking out east, out to the guys out in the desert.
Good evening, Ken. WA6OIB from K6WIS.
Paul, good evening to you there. K6WIS, WA6OIB. Good evening to you. Good to hear you.
Sure. Good evening there, Ken. You were there. About 3 to 4, so kind of inconsistent with QSB is expected. Over.
Right. Yeah. Well, I'm up your way right now. I'm up through Sacramento, and then I swung up a little more when I heard your melodious voice there. So I should be dead at you right now.
Right. Yeah, you're speaking about S5, S6 right now, but you were up to S7 and S8. So yeah, that's typical QSB. So nice to hear you again, Ken. This is K6WIS near Placerville.
Very good. Well, good to hear you too, Paul. I don't get you that often. Okay. All right. Back to you, Mike. WA6OIB.
Yeah, he was gangbusters on the bounce path. He's pretty good here. You're pretty good here, but you're about an S unit or 2 lower here with some QSB, Paul. But much more steady and just rock solid on the bounce path. Boy, it was just gangbusters. Best I've ever heard it on 222, Ken. So it was a monster signal there. K6WIS, how me? K6MYC.
Yeah, good evening again, Mike. You're peaking maybe an S7 then and down to S4 to 7. S9 on the direct, the bounce path was better, over.
Yeah, now it all of a sudden just popped up. Boy, when the QSB changes, it's almost like I got a broken connection. It just popped way up. Did I come up too?
No, you missed the peak. I got the peak, but you didn't, over.
Oh, it was only the last 2 words of your transmission, and I picked it up. So that was the peak, buddy.
Right. Yeah, you're averaging about an S5 right now, Mike, over.
Okay, yeah, well, you're strong, but you just came up real strong fast. I don't know why it's doing that. I'm suspecting, but I don't know what. It doesn't sound like a click. You know, it's not a click. It's just the signal just goes up an S unit and a half in about a second and a half, over.
Right, yeah, I think it's just atmospheric conditions. The cold airs are moving, the warm air is moving, and it's just intermixing probably over.
Yeah, that must be what it is. Now you're getting flutter. Flutter and motorboating on you. It's all over the place. All right, let's see. Let's see if there's anybody else in here. Thanks for getting the Clear Lake guys in here. QRZ up the Sacramento Valley. Anybody else? K6MYC. I thought we might have KE6ILX in here. All right, I'm going to go to Nevada. Here we go.
Yeah, I bet you what that was some aircraft bounce. I bet you. We're looking right at the airway.
I'm sorry, I didn't follow that, Ken. What is?
Might have been aircraft bounce, you know, because we're looking right up the major airway up towards him.
Oh, well, that may be. Yeah, that could have been. Okay. I'm up there toward KE7UQL, and hopefully he hasn't taken the antennas down yet. If he's going to have a big storm up there, he'll take the antennas down, and he will not be on here. KE7UQL with WA6OIB and others, K6MYC. Okay, we got you very light, but it'll come up, and maybe I've gone past you here. Ken, did you hear him?
Sure did. KE7UQL, WA6OIB. Howdy, howdy. Yeah, okay, well, you popped up pretty good. Nice signal. It just came up like it did like for Mike there. Popped right up. Anyway, good to hear you up there. You expecting some weather? A little bit of top conditions up there. A little bit longer than me tonight. Didn't quite get all of that, over.
He seems to be really off frequency, Ken. You want to tune back on me, Ken? WA6OIB. Both you and Daniel are quite high pitched, over.
Yeah, I'm back on you now. I followed him a little bit. Yeah, follow us, I guess. Yeah, Mike's the one that's the standard there, because I wander all over the place. WA6OIB. Okay, KE7UQL is here, and yes, I'm not quite warmed up yet. The Cliff 11 is not heated up completely, so I'm kind of chasing your signals a little bit, trying to find the best sound on you. KE7UQL standing by. Yeah, well, I'm doing the same. I'm following you a little bit. I'm the one that's wandering, probably, because this thing here is famous for wandering. I haven't been able to stabilize it. Okay, good to hear you. KE7UQL, WA6OIB.
We'll look for you tomorrow night. Are you going to be okay on 1296 tomorrow night? You do have a storm coming in, I think, Daniel, over.
Yes, Mike, you're starting to come in now, starting to come through the fog. So, yes, good to hear you tonight. KE7UQL, over. You get on 1296?
Are you going to be on tomorrow night on 1296, or should we just give it a try?
Negative. May I call you in the morning, over? May I call you, over?
I think he said negative, Ken.
He wants to call you in the morning. Is that okay with you?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yes. Please call me in the morning, anytime after about 9 o'clock.
You copy that? Anytime after 9 o'clock tomorrow morning would be fine there, Daniel. Yes, sir. After 9 o'clock on the telephone. KE7UQL, thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, you're S7, S8 right now. You came way up. WA6OIB. He'll call you in the morning. Mike?
Yep, got it. I'm here copying him, but he's very light right now, so it's up for you and down for me. And I think he's having even trouble copying me, although I'm running power. I could drive it a little bit harder, but I'm seeing the watt meter peg up at whatever slug I've got in there, maybe a 500 watt slug that's pegging it.
Well, a few more watts isn't going to help. You gotta go a lot just to get an S unit out of them.
Yeah.
7-3, Daniel. Have a good evening up there.
7-3, Daniel.
And then Mike is starting to...
Yeah, I was even hearing Daniel, KM6SR.
Now, Mike, you're sounding better now. Over.
Yeah, you're doing fine now, Daniel, and Rob wants to give you a call. Go ahead, Rob.
Well, I don't know if I got into that much power, but I was hearing him barely. KE7UQL, KE7UQL, this is Kilo Mike 6, Sierra Romeo Romeo. Over.
Any copy on Rob, Daniel?
I can tell he's in there, but he's right at the noisy, fuzzy level. Over.
Yeah, well, he's running whole loops and low power. What's the power? I think 25 watts or so.
No, it's a kilowatt.
In this band?
Yeah, that's why I over-distort you. I usually don't turn it on.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and turn it on. He's going to call you again, Daniel. He's going to call you again. Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, I called him with the amp first time also, but maybe the propagation's better. I barely heard him that time. KE7UQL, KE7UQL. This is Kilo Mike 6, Sierra Romeo Romeo. Over.
Over, Daniel.
Yeah, I have nothing that time, nothing. I have my RSQ turned down a little bit to combat some of the noise. Over.
He's got some noise problems, and now you're low in frequency, low pitched. Now, Daniel, so you maybe overcompensated the tuning dial there. Anyway, we won't keep it. You almost made it with Rob, and of course it's amazing that he can get through with the whole loop anyway. Is it stacked whole loops, Rob, or just one?
No, it's a pair. Yeah, he's come down in the propagation now, so the first time I heard him, I was able to copy.
Mike will say 7-3. We'll call you in the morning. KE7UQL, 7-3.
Roger, we'll see you in the morning. I still don't have the cable hooked up to the 902, but that's all that needs to be done. But when Frank was here last week, he was sick, and I didn't want him climbing on the roof. Over.
Okay, understood. I'm going to talk to you about Flight 96. I'll keep 902 up and functioning, but I'm going to talk to you tomorrow about Flight 96, Roger.
Yeah, Roger. Well, we'll talk to you. Give me a call sometime after 9. That'll be fine. I'm also on 40 meters, so you can also talk to me on 7137. We're there almost every day by 8 o'clock or 8:15 anyway. 8:30 for sure. 7-3, Daniel. WA60YB in the group, K6MY.
Okay, 7-3, Daniel, and I'm heading over to 6 meters. WA60IB. WA60IB, K6NYC, KM6SRR, KE7UQL,
7-3, and if you hear Larry, tell him we're going to 6 meters now. Over.
is here too. And 226 is here, WA60IB.
Yeah, I got you, Ken. I have bad wire connection on my Bluetooth here, and so it doesn't let the left ear come through. Right ear comes through good sometimes. But we've got you, and I hear Dane in there also. Dane, good evening to you. 6 meters, like that, and then 47, 107, and 226 so far in here. Okay, over to you, Dane. WB6JMP, K6MYC.
Okay, Mike, K6MYC, WB6JMP, 107. Nothing new at this end, so we'll let you get on with the net.
Good evening, Mike. This is W6OWL. W6OWL.
Well, blow me down. W6OWL. How about that? Looks like you're running. Sounds pretty good, Larry. And good to hear you. We're going to have Rob look up your number. I think it's, I want to say 719 or something like that, but I'm not positive. Do you remember it?
No, I've forgotten. It's been a while since I've been on the net, but I'm looking forward now to checking in all the time because I've got the antenna up. It's up all the way. Ken came over to help me with it, and he's been a real help. And we got the thing up, and I think it's doing real well. Over.
Yeah, good. And I did get another package of raisins, so apparently my little weakness, my plea got through to you. So I've got another couple of packages, one white and one black raisins, and I'm just about done with the golden raisins of the previous run. So perfect timing. I've got about one more meal out of those, and then I'll be into the new bags. Anyway, Rob, are you here? KM6SRR. Go ahead.
Yep, sure am. Good to hear you, Larry. W6OWL, KM6SRR. You're Bozo 719.
I was right. See, I can remember things, Larry. 719.
Okay, I got it written down here now. Thank you.
Yeah, you're supposed to burn it into your wrist with your soldering iron, over.
Yeah, everything's going well over here. Thank you.
You sound pretty good, Larry. Good audio, too. WA6OIB.
Well, good. After all this work, it's got to be perfect. You know what you're doing, Ken. Thank you so much again. W6OWL.
Yeah, no problem. It's all the way up, too, Mike. The 6M7 is up as high as it's going to go, and it's pointed right at you, I think. That's why I left it anyway. So he ought to sound pretty good.
Hang on a second, guys. Talking to PQL on 222. What?
WA6AJ 727.
Good evening there, Mike.
Good evening, Ken. How's it going?
Pretty good over here. Did you hear Larry?
I just got the tail end of it. Pretty loud over here.
Say hi to Mike there, Larry.
That's what I want to hear. W6OWL.
W6OWL, WA6AJ. Hello, Larry. Yeah, you're about 10 over in East Clovis, but I'm pointed north, so doing a good signal.
Well, good. Appreciate that. W6OWL.
Yeah, stick around a few minutes. See if you can't hear some of the other guys out there in the hinterland. Hang on. I guess he's talking on 220. Hey, we left 220 already, Mike.
Yeah, I heard Mike right then, so I figure he was still talking.
Yeah, he went back to 220 to PQL there to pick something up. So, okay, he should be back here pretty good. Where are we heading next?
You're asking me?
Yeah, K6NYC also has to completely readjust the 6-meter antenna. He's currently pointed at 85. He must have been listening to the band earlier. K6US.
I'm not pointed at 85, am I? Oh, I sure am.
That says.
Yeah, I did. I went on 6, and I was going to go to 125, and then I didn't. Let me go all the way around here. Here we go. Oh, come on now. Don't do that. Okay, I'll just hold my finger on the button here and come around toward Nevada here in a second. It'll take about 30 seconds to get around here.
KM6SRR.
Yeah, go ahead, Rob. And by the way, we got 52 on 222. He did check in 52.
Okay, that's what I was calling and asking you on 222, but you didn't answer.
Well, and why Mike has pointed this direction, K6US 1079 and Bozo 1100.
Aaron, did you hear Larry?
No, but I'm assuming he's not pointed this direction, and of course I'm, equally terrible receiving in all directions.
Hey Larry, W60WL, why don't you point out towards the west there and see how if Aaron can pick you up. Point out to 270. Dit, over there's Nevada.
We hear you, 249.
And somebody's running FM like right above you, Mike. I'm seeing it on your spectrum scope, and then it's gone. I mean, somebody must be tuning up.
Okay, I don't see it here, but maybe it's off already.
Yeah, it went away. Interesting. K6US.
W6OWL, is this any better?
About now, Aaron, do you hear Larry?
Yeah, I hear them in there a little bit, and I got a fixture. There.
Where are you pointing right now, Larry?
You bumped the knob, Rob, Adam.
Oh, put it in manual and go down to about 260.
Okay, I'll move to 260.
Yeah, he's hearing you, but it wasn't real strong, and then he bumped the knob. Come back on this frequency, Aaron.
No. You were off by a little bit, and I was trying to fix it while I was talking. I can't adjust your frequency when you're transmitting, but you're back on 140 even. You bumped the knob a little bit, and then, of course, in trying to fix it, I took you down to 39. The Yaesu software is a little clunky with changing the frequency. But anyways, everyone is where they're supposed to be. Okay, let's see if Larry can hear me. W60WL K6US.
Yeah, I hear you real well. I'm at 260 right now. I don't know how I sound, but I'm at 260.4 right now.
Yep, there you are. Yeah, you're now 10 over.
Well, that's good. That's real good. Thank you. W6OWL.
Yeah, you want to play it with that, Larry. You're going to find that antenna very sharp. That's a 6M7 JHV, isn't it, Larry?
Yes, it is.
I think so.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what Ken says. That's what I thought you had up there. No, that's a good one. Good antenna. You can reach out with that and work some people on that 125, hopefully, if we ever get any guys to get on sideband again. You're just listening on 6, which you should do these days because we've got sun activity that's driving the band open. So you should just listen on 50.125 when you have the opportunity and point east.
Okay, I'll do that. There's the W6OWL.
Okay, very good. Great to hear you, Larry. Sounding good. And again, thanks for the raisins.
Well, eat them up.
I am eating them up, boy. Fueled by the power of the sun from the raisins, and I'm fueled by the power of the sun here on the radio. Over. I'm off grid.
982.
982. Good evening, Daryl.
Good evening. Great. Everybody sounds real good tonight.
Hi up there, Daryl, WA60IB.
Hiya, Ken. Glad to hear from you.
Well, there's Phil in there, too. Hiya, Phil, WB6GGY, WA60IB. Good to hear you.
Good to hear you there, Ken.
You catch Phil up there, Mike?
Yeah, I do. I hear him, but you guys are so strong it takes the AGC a second and a half to unload. Good evening. I'm not pointed quite at you, Phil. We're pointed up due north, but close enough. Pretty good signal. And a good chat this morning with you. Sorry we didn't have the band that we wanted to have. You couldn't hear the other guys, but maybe it'll be better tomorrow. Let's hope so. Anyway, WB6GGY, K6MYC.
Very good, and thank you guys for being there, and WB6GGY will be clear. Thank you.
Good night, Phil. Hey, give me your frequency on 75 again.
I'm normally down in the evening hours on 3900, 3900.
Yeah, 3900. I thought you were like 3903 or something, but I'll find you.
Yeah, sometimes we play around in order to avoid the noise.
Yeah, avoid the noise rush. Okay. Well, good to hear you. WB6GGY, WA60IB. Delta Mike 06.
Okay, let's see if we can get Richard in here. Richard, make a transmission. I think you were loud enough to be on sideband. KD6BQ. KD6BQ. Is that right? KD6BQ? Yeah. Didn't sound right. KD6BQ, K6MYC, now in your direction. Over.
Okay, well that helps a little bit. K6MYC, KD6BQ, number 249 here in Nevada. And good evening to everybody. Over.
Yeah, I haven't heard Larry. We got another Larry down here, W6OWL. Larry, why don't you point your antenna due north, run it right around to either 0 or 355, 360, something like that. And then you can see if you can get, you should have plenty of signal into Richard up there. He's in Wausau Valley, Nevada, DMO 9. But that would be a good contact for you. It would also prove that the antenna is pointing where it should be and that you're hearing well. So we're going to, an old member, but he hasn't been on for a year or so with the move and everything. 719 W6OWL will come up, Richard, over.
Yep, roger that. I was hearing him a little earlier, and we'll see how he's doing right now. But anyway, W6OWL, if you're pointed this way, KD6BQ, number 249 in Delta, Mexico, 09er, over.
He's probably still rotating. He was clear around the other direction, out 180 or so, or even, not quite. He was at 260. But he'll be up your way in just a second here. I wonder if the other Larry is here. N7 Whiskey Tango, N7WT. Larry, are you here? No, Larry. So what do you expect for weather the next couple of days? We expect to get a little rain here on Wednesday, but yours might be a day or so earlier. And you might even get some snow up there, huh, Richard?
Well, we'll see what happens. It's been pretty cold at night, but pretty decent during the day. We had temperatures in the mid-50s today, and it was about 15 degrees last night in the coldest. Over.
Yeah, okay, not too bad. Larry, have you heard him now? That's Richard, KD6BQ, Kilo Delta 6, Bravo Queen, up in Wausau Valley. Over, Larry.
You guys doubled. Larry, give KD6BQ, Bravo Quebec, KD6BQ. Give him a call now that you're pointed up north.
KD6BQ, this is W6OWL. Do you copy?
OWL, KD6BQ, Delta Mexico 09er, about an S3, S4 right now. Over.
Well, I copy, but not real good. This is W6OWL.
Okay, give him your grid square just for the contact, Larry. And he's copying you S3, and it may come up. It's you're running what, 100 watts, Larry?
Yeah, well, about plus 50.
He's running right at 100 watts.
Close to 100, yeah, about close to 100 watts.
Yeah, okay. I think Richard's running a little bit more than that. But Richard's got good ears up there in a very nice, quiet location most of the time. Back to you, Richard. And well, let me shoot it to Larry. W6OWL, and then you shoot it to KD6BQ, but give him your grid square a couple of times, which is DMO6. Larry, over.
Well, I don't know what my grid square is, to tell you the truth. I have no idea. I'll write it down if I know what it is.
DMO6, Delta Mike 06, DM06, and same as all the guys down your way, over.
So my grid is 06, is that what you're saying, is W6OWL?
No, it's DM, Delta Mike. You got to have 2 letters and 2 numbers, Delta Mike 06.
Okay, I got it. DM06, I got it. Very good, thank you.
Okay, now give that to Richard and see if he copies it.
Richard, I'm at DM06. DM06. Do you copy?
Yeah, QSL, Larry. W6OWL, KD6BQ. I copy your Delta Mike 06. Please copy my Delta Mike 09er. Delta Mexico 09er, over.
Did you copy his grid, Larry?
Copy W6OWL.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I doubled with you. Did you copy his grid, Larry?
I could barely hear him. Barely hear him. W6OWL.
Okay. Do you think you've got some noise there? Have you noted noise at his location, Canover?
No, he's pretty quiet there. Well, I don't know if he's got anything now, but when I was there earlier, yeah. Richard, give him another call with your grid square several times so he can pick it up. And listen real carefully, Larry. K86BQ WA60IB. Give him your grid square.
Yeah, very good, Ken. W6OWL, Whiskey 6, Oscar, Whiskey Lima, Kilowatt Delta 6, Bravo, Quebec, 86BQ, Delta Mexico 09er, Delta Mike 09er, DM09, Delta Mexico 09er, W6OWL, KD6BQ, over.
Well, it must be, maybe he's got just a little bit of noise. Did you try wiggling the antenna back on force on him, Larry?
No, I don't copy at all. Just a very, 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 very faint signal. That's all I get.
Well, you might not be pointed just right. What you have to do is swing the antenna back and forth listening to him. He had a long transmission, and you had time to move the antenna back and forth. If you're at 360, if you can go a little bit past 360 to the east, and if it goes away, then you come back the other way, and you're just going to go back and forth and peak the signal in your ears there, over.
Well, I can do that. I can try it.
Okay, give it one more time, Richard, and then we'll give it away for the evening. But thanks very much for your effort there, Richard. KD6BQ in Wausau Valley, Nevada, DM09. K6MYC, DM07.
KM6SRR.
6OWL. Whiskey 6, Oscar Whiskey Lima. Here is Kilowatt Delta 6, Bravo, Quebec. KD6BQ, I'm in Delta Mike 09, Delta Mexico 09er, Delta Mexico 09er, and last heard you were Q5 and about S4, Q5 and S4. Name is Richard. Great to meet you there, Larry. Hopefully you get a little time to peek up on my signal. W6OWL, DM06, Kilowatt Delta 6, Bravo, Quebec. Delta Mexico 09er, over.
Any luck on that one, Larry?
Well, about S1 at the most. It's very, very weak for some reason. I moved the antenna around too, but it didn't make much difference. Over.
Okay. Well, he's getting you a lot better than he should, and you're not getting him anywhere near as good as you should, because he's running more power than you are, and he had you at S4 after you transmitted the last time. And Richard, your signal was way up for me on the last transmission. Anyway, we'll keep checking on Larry's system. Ken, what's Larry using for a transceiver there?
He's doing an FT450. One of the problems is he hasn't got a decent speaker or headphones. He's got the little tinny speaker on top, and that's hard to understand, that stupid little thing when the signal's weak. I was on 20 meters today working. I worked Chile and whatnot, and you could just barely, even though there's a good signal, you can just barely understand with that stupid internal speaker. It's really just a little 2-inch job.
Yeah, okay. I've got a couple of external speakers here you can plug in there, 4-inch square jobs there. They work pretty good. If he can get one up here, we can get one down to him there, over.
Yeah, well, I do too. So we'll get something else over there for him so he can hear. It'd be better if you put some cans on, Larry. You got some nice earphones. That would work out pretty well for you too. But we'll try it again.
Yeah, we'll save it for another day. He's going to be in here from now on, Richard. So you'll make it. And it might be one night when it's really gangbusters. He's running a 2M5WL. I think it's, how high is it, Ken?
He's running a 2M7, and it's up at about 80 feet.
Okay. You said it wrong, and I said it wrong. 6M7 JHV. 6M7 JHV at 80 feet, Richard. So it's up there pretty good. But he's out in the country, and he should be pretty quiet, but maybe it's just a tinny speaker that he's got in the little radio. We'll make improvements as time goes on there. KD6BQ, and Rob wanted to get in there and give you a shout. Go ahead, Rob, KM6SRR.
Yeah, I was just going to say that Richard was really loud when he first came on, but here towards the end, I can barely hear him also. So it's propagation's what knocked him down.
Yeah. I now, Rob.
Oh, yeah, you came way up there now, Richard. KD6BQ, KM6SR.
Yeah, KM6SR, KD6BQ, Delta Mike 09er, over.
Roger, I'm Delta Mike 07, over.
QSL, you're 07. Is there any chance Larry copies CW?
No. Negative.
Okay, well, we won't try then, because he could probably hear that.
I think he could probably hear you now, Daniel, because you came up like you were in the beginning.
How about now, Larry? You getting any copy on Richard up there in Nevada?
Not a whole lot. Maybe it's the speaker, like we're saying. I don't know. But I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's in and out a little bit. Over.
Yeah.
That's 6 now, Larry. W60WL, KD6BQ, Delta Mike 09er, over.
Yeah, that's a bit better right now. I don't know what happened, but it was a little bit better, yes.
Yeah, did you get his grid square? He gave you his grid square. Go ahead. Do it again, Richard. Give him the grid.
Roger. W60WL, KD6BQ, Delta Mike 09, Delta Mexico 09er, Delta Mike 09er, over.
Yeah, I got that. Delta Mike 09, I got that. Very, very good. That came in a little better, a little clearer. I don't know why, but a little bit clearer. Very good. W60WL.
Yeah, you're up on a peak running about S7 right now.
Yeah, well, that's the way the band is, Larry. You just have to wait for a peak sometimes when you don't have goo. Goo is power, by the way. I've got lots of goo. Ken's got lots of power. Richard's running about 500 or 600. Richard, is that it?
Yeah, 500 watts.
Yeah, Richard's running 500. So, yeah. But you have to play a little bit more with the band and waiting for the fades to come up and down the QSB, and then you can make those contacts. But congratulations, you made it. That's a good grid square. That's a tough one. Yeah, there's only a few people up there, so DM09 is a good one for your collection there. There's one other station, N7 Whiskey Tango, right close by there, but he's in DMO8, but he's not on there this evening. All right, Richard, we're going to move on, but thanks very much for working with Larry to get him sorted out there. See you tomorrow or we'll see you, I should say, on Wednesday. KD6BQ. Over to you, Rob. If you want to finish with him, go ahead, K6MYC.
Okay, Richard, I probably called you the wrong name earlier. KD6BQ, KM6SR, 73.
Yeah, very good, Rob. 73 to you as well. And let Larry know that I don't know if he's interested, but I'll put him in the log and confirm him on Logbook of the World there. K6MYC and the group, KD6BQ.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's tuned up to the Logbook of the World yet. Ken may or may not set him up for that. But I don't know. Larry, do you have any QSL cards yet?
I think I do. I have to go look in the filing cabinet and see what I've got. I still got stuff that's not on. It's still in boxes over here, so I don't know. I think I know where the stuff is. I think I have some W6OWL.
Yeah, Richard would like to exchange cards with you. There's two ways to do it. The Logbook of the World allows you to do it without getting into the mail and spending 55 cents or 70 cents on a stamp. But the old-fashioned way works as well. So you could write down the time, whatever the heck time it is here. Let's see, 8:25. Is that what I got? Yeah. And the frequency of 50.140 and a signal strength of S1 to S2. And when you get the card from Richard, if he sends one, you could send one back, Larry. That's a good card. That's a good one. Like I say, that DM09 is hard to come by. All right. 73, Richard. We'll see you Wednesday, K6MYC. Anybody else for Richard before we go towards Sacramento? I guess that's it. You're about ready to go, too. Ken's got to go. He's already gone. I don't hear Ben in here tonight. WB6GBS, where are you, Ben? KC5DTU, are you in here, Kerry?
KC5DTU, 712 here.
Did you just walk in the shack, or have you been here?
I just walked in the shack.
How about that? How about that timing, huh? We're mentally connected, I think. Did you try to call us yesterday?
I tried real quickie and got distracted and didn't get a chance to get back.
Okay. I thought we got the call from it, but we didn't get it and pick it up in time. Judy saw it come in. Okay, well, that's good. You can try us tomorrow. We'll be around. Anyway, we're going to be in town on Thursday. Judy's got a doctor's dental appointment, but maybe not a good day to get together for lunch because she's going to have a tooth pulled. So she probably won't be in any shape to chow down on a big steak or something, over.
Roger. Okay, well, just in case, I'll check the calendar with Laura and see what's going on, and if by chance we can do something.
Yeah, okay. I'll keep you up to date. I don't know what the time it is. She just made the appointment today. They called her back and gave her the appointment, but I didn't see her what she wrote down. But she called Jeff and to see if he could take her in, and I think he's going to be okay for that. So we'll let you know. We'll keep you up to date one way or the other. Good evening, Curie. Great signal, and good to hear you. Thanks for coming out for 6 meters here. Anybody else want to say hello to Curie? Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, how you doing, Kerry? KC5DTU, KM6SRR. I'm hearing you really good off the back of my antenna.
Roger. Well, thanks for that. And good to hear you there, Rob. Hope everything has been treating you good in the new year here. Over.
Yep, it's going okay. I got my normal problems, but everybody seems to anyway. Thanks for being there.
Roger. Wouldn't have it any other way.
Hi there, Kerry.
Good evening, Mr. Stranger. How you doing?
Oh, not too bad. You're sounding good tonight. W860IB. Good to hear you.
Roger. As usual, give my 73s to Gwen there.
I will certainly do that. She ought to come out here. I don't know why, but she's got this program she wants to watch, and I'm probably interrupting it right now, so I better shut up.
Roger. Well, you got to keep her happy there, Ken. So good to hear you, and hope. Well, this is the first time this year I talked to you, so hope the new year's going good for you.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I think it is. You're right. Happy New Year. You betcha. Okay, 7-3, WA60IB.
KC5, DTU.
WA60IB, KM6SR. If you had some early check-ins, Ken, could you text them to me?
I did not. Mike and I got on here at the same time.
Okay, he was gone for a little bit, back over to 222, getting a copy of Jim's 52. So I was listening to him there and missed what you might have been talking.
I wasn't.
Who sent the HI on CW? Who was that? I heard did it. Who was that?
Mike, how is Jeff doing?
Well, I don't know. I think she talked to him on the phone a couple of days ago, and he said he was okay. So I think he's pretty well recovered. He's probably having a little slow mentally, but I think it's just more in the speech than anything else. Over.
Roger. Okay. Just forgot to ask about him, but if he comes in, we'll get to see him, and hope he's getting better. KC5, DTU.
Yeah, well, I think his back is bothering him. Who has a back that doesn't bother him? Raise your hand. I don't see any hands.
My hand's up.
Oh, you don't have a back that's bothering you?
Not anymore. No, I had for years and years, and then I got in a bad car accident. When I healed up from that, my back was healed.
Oh, we darn! They put you the car crash chiropractor, huh?
That's the one.
Okay. Whatever works.
Yeah, I had a terrible back for years. In fact, that's when I tried to get into service, they kicked me out because of my back. But yeah, about little less than 10 years ago, yeah, I had a bad, broke two ribs and whatnot, and this and that, in the hospital. Boy, when that healed up, I didn't have any more back pain.
I'll be a son of a gun. I just talked to Frank this morning, and he was looking down as well. He was leaning over. All of a sudden, a sneeze grabbed him real fast, and he sneezed, and he put his back out again.
Oh, no.
Well, it was in a different spot. He has an old injury and a new one. This is the new injury. It seems to heal up quicker. Anyway, he was outside the chiropractor office when I caught him on the phone there, so I haven't heard back, but hopefully he'll get down here tomorrow with some ibuprofen in him, and he can do a little work. I need a lot of little things done here.
Okay, I'm going to head out, you guys. 7-3s. Everybody have a great week. WA60IB, Delta Mike 06.
Okay, good night, Ken. Nice to have you in here for a reasonable time length here. Good evening.
73, Ken.
Yeah, and thanks for working on Larry's stuff and getting it all running there. It's nice to have Larry back here.
Yeah, thank you very much. I sure appreciate it, and enjoy talking to all you guys. And I'm going to go to bed too. But W60WL, everyone's sounding real good. Thank you so much. Good evening.
Okay, point the antenna over at 3:30, just a little bit west of where you are now, if you're north. Point at 3:30, and we should have KR6MR and perhaps others in there. So let's see if you can hear John up there in Meadow Vista. KR6MR, how about it, John? K6MYC, Bozo Net.
Good evening, Mike. K6MY, I'm turning this down. K6MYC in the group. Feedback. Yeah, there we go. That's better. KR6MR, Bozo 759. Good evening, Mike.
Yeah, good evening. Much better coffee here than we had the other time. The other night, and whatever band it was just going in and out and up and down and all over the place. But you're sounding solid here this evening. I'm not sure I'm peaked on you, but I'm pointed at 3:30, so close enough. Anyway, we've got Larry back in here. Larry 719 is his number. No, not too far from yours. But he's been off the air for a year or so because of a move that he had to make from an old location down in the center of Fresno out to the boonies, so he's got some elbow room now. So Ken, WA6OIB, and a couple of other guys working on his towers and everything, got everything finally back up in the air. It's a nice tower, 70-footer. And I guess he's got a 6M7 JHB now that's up about 80 feet, so it seems to be working pretty well. Anyway, that's what's going on here. KR6MR. Let me make, I can have Larry transmit on. Let me ask you, see, you make one more transmission and I'll find out if Larry's hearing you at all, over?
Yeah, okay, Mike, one more transmission. And give me feedback on how Frank is doing, and is he willing to take phone calls?
Yeah, I'm sure he is. You won't always get him because in his trailer he has no coverage, but if he has to go walk outside and a few feet either side of the trailer, and he gets phone coverage. So you might not get through, but leave a message.
Yeah, okay. I sent him a text regarding possible use of his trailer, but I haven't heard anything back.
Okay, well, again, he hurt his back yesterday, was at the chiropractor's today, so he probably had other things going on, but I'll ask him tomorrow. Hopefully he'll be here, and I'll see what he wants to do with that trailer. Thanks for reminding me.
Oh, that poor man. Oh, Jesus. More injuries. God almighty. Poor Frank.
Yeah, he's been that way a long time, because he was telling me a story of a guy that he knew a long time ago, like 20 or 30 years ago. And Frank was going to go to, he was going to Indonesia, actually, to meet his wife, or to pick her up or do something, visit, whatever. Anyway, he was on the plane, or getting on the plane, and his buddy said to him, Frank, when you're out over the Pacific, open your window and shove Murphy out, will you?
You don't want to do that.
Well, Murphy's been with Frank for a long time in this injury issue, and that's what he was referring to, over.
Boy, you're getting really weak there, Mike. You're fading out.
I'm sorry, I didn't get that. You were down a bit. Say again.
Oh, my goodness. Even 56 meters is domain tonight. Let's hope we can get better on 1296 tomorrow night.
Well, let's hope so. Yeah, you're really, really weak right now on 6, so that band's doing bad things. Let me just see, Larry, are you hearing anything from John up there in Meadow Vista? Maybe Larry went QRT. Larry may have gone QRT. He was tired, and he likes to get to bed early, so he may have gone QRT, John. Anyway, we'll catch you again there with Larry. All right, let's see. Sorry about the band here. I could try to peek on you, but I don't think I'll get much. I think it's just band conditions are really, really terrible tonight. Huge QSB. KR6MR, K6MYC, over.
Yeah, okay, Mike, you're coming up again, sounding a little bit better. I have not heard Darren tonight, so I don't know what he's doing. Anyway, see you tomorrow night on 1296, knock on wood. K6MYC, this is KR6MR, 73, and have a good evening.
Yeah, did you get the story about the airplane and Frank on the aircraft going to Indonesia, and his friend telling him to open up the window when he gets over the mid-Pacific and push out his buddy Murphy, over?
Roger, I fully understand that. We have a similar issue between my wife and I almost every year on an anniversary, a birthday, or the holidays. One of us is in the ER or urgent care.
Oh, great. Murphy knows when to visit. Okay. I'm sorry to hear that. Anyway, I just wanted to get that. So you could see Frank's had this issue with his, he's accident prone, been there a long time. 7-3 tonight, and I'll listen for Darren perhaps, and maybe we even get a signal back or a little CW back from the boys in Reading on one of these big peaks there. telemetry for now, John. We'll see you on 1296 tomorrow. KR6MR, K6MYC, QR said Reading. But I don't hear anything at the moment. So let me go over to you there, Darren. KJ6KFB, are you there? K6MYC. Anybody else in the Sacramento area? K6MYC Bozo Net, 6 meters.
November 6, Bravo Charlie 1134.
Okay, well, you're pretty close. I'm not that far off you. Big signal. Good evening to you, Merle.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. Thought I'd jump in there and say hi real quick, like before you got swinging around, got real busy with all the Bay Area.
Yeah, right. Probably get all three of them.
Hey, Roger. Hang on 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. I had a small issue there with my dog I had to take care of real quick.
Okay.
But I'm back.
Yeah, okay, good. I overshot you a little bit there, and I reversed the antenna too quick. This is the big array. 5-element 20 on a 50-foot boom on the same boom with 3 elements on 40. There's a lot of mass up there. Even though the controller has a little bit of delay built in, it isn't enough for that big thing to stop. And I pushed the button too quick, and it errored out on me, which is easy. It just corrects itself immediately, but it just said for a minute I couldn't get going. Anyway, good. Hey, good to hear you, and you're sounding strong. I should be pointed right at you now. N6BCC, we haven't heard old Brett for a couple of weeks. Is he off on another trip, K6MYC?
No, he's been going to bed there kind of early there, and I think he's got a lot of stuff going on there at work and everything. He'll probably be popping in a little more here and there as as we get closer to summer, probably. At least I hope so. But yeah, doggone. Yeah, I know what you mean about with the mass, the antennas and stuff. The one rotor I had, doggone, I was spinning it around a little bit, went to take and stop, but it was real windy, and the wind decided to keep pushing that antenna around. You could actually hear the gears crunching from here inside the house. It was crazy.
Ouch. Yeah, that's a shame. Yeah, well, we don't break gears on these big Orions, but it sometimes it can't reverse. It just looks at the reversal, and the antenna is still moving in the opposite direction, and it presents a pretty big load. And if the circuitry sees about 3 seconds without movement when you've got it told to move, it's looking for pulses coming back from the motor turning over. And if the motor can't turn, we get an error message. It's a good feature. It's not a bad feature. It just keeps you from doing stupid stuff. And then, of course, if you get hung up in a tree or something, it gives you an error message because the antenna can't go and all that. So it's always good to have that. But that's one of the rare times I pushed the button too quickly and it hadn't rocked back to neutral yet. But it's a 50-foot boom, 6-meter antenna at 105 feet, and then underneath that, the 50-foot boom 20 on the same boom with the 3-element 40. So there's a lot of mass there. Over.
Roger. Oh yeah, there's a lot there. That's for sure. My goodness, a lot more than I'm running. Oh, doggone, yeah. This antenna, my Yagi I'm working with right now is probably about, it's light. It's only about 42, 43 pounds, and And with the other stuff I have up there with it, it's probably only about 100 pounds, of weight up there on top of that rotor, so it's not too bad at all. But yeah, that rotor I crunched, I knew it wasn't big enough for it and everything, but this one does really good, this Yaesu that I'm running. And as soon as I take and get around to re-greasing my tail twister, getting that there all done and back up, that's going back up on the tower, and then this one's going to go over onto another mast for all my VHF stuff.
Yeah, very good, very good. Well, it's usually not the weight of the antenna, just the total vertical weight is not the issue. It's the mass. I've got, the 50-foot boom, so 25 feet out, you've got some big elements on either end. So when you get that mass moving, it just doesn't want to stop right away. Particularly when you're hand doing it, when you tell the rotor where to go with a preset. In other words, if I told the rotor I wanted to go to 300 degrees, and I did it in mode 2, which is the preset mode, has 10 positions you can tell it to go to. If you tell it, then it after you say, okay, there's 300, and you take your finger off the button, it waits 2 seconds. It says, you sure you want to go to 200? If you don't change your mind in 2 seconds, then it starts to go, but it also ramps up. So it ramps up from speed 1 all the way up to speed 9, so it doesn't start like fast. And it also ramps down because it knows where it's headed, and when it gets within about 20 degrees, it starts to slow the motor down. So you don't end up with this big overshoot rocking back and forth. But when you run it manually, it doesn't know where you're going, so it just goes full bore right from the get-go. And that's what I did. I came down from Sacramento to your heading, and I overshot it. And I said, oh, no, I don't want to do that, and I popped it real quickly in the other direction, and the delay wasn't quite enough to catch it. So that's what happened. Anyway, you sound like you've got some good plans for rotors and stuff, and get that tail twister greased up, and when the weather gets nice over the next cycle or so here, cycle meaning weather cycle of 2 or 3 weeks, and you'll have maybe a day you can do some of that if you want to do it. Anyway, good signal. Let's see, Rob, are you copying Merle tonight?
Yeah, not real good there. How you doing, Merle? N6 BCC, KM6SRR.
Well, good evening, Rob. I can actually hear you pretty decent tonight. I'm doing really good. I hope things are going good for you.
Yep, doing good. Thanks for being there, KM6SRR.
Always like to take and hear that everybody's doing good.
All righty, let's see if Ken's in here. Ken, I'm pointing right at you. N6RO in Oakley, K6MYC.
K6MYC, and the company, N6RO, 35. I just came in at the track after cooking and devouring my Chilean sea bass. There's asparagus, cauliflower, carrots, onions, and mushrooms, and Chardonnay. Nothing really new to comment on. I'm still holding in the contest this past weekend on 60, the number 12 in North America, with only operating 1/3 of the hours that my competition did. Anyway, that's a story we don't need to tell. N6RO.
Are you running Vox? It seems like you're dropping some parts of your audio.
No. Foot switch going.
Okay, well then you're in some mode. Somewhere in the system is Class C. Because when you slow up and talk soft for a few syllables, they go away.
Huh. Well, again, this radio wasn't used by another operator. I haven't checked the settings. I really need to do that.
Yeah, it's set in the wrong settings. We're copying you. I got the Chilean sea bass and all that stuff, but it isn't easy piecing you together here. I always get you in here, and then I complain about the audio, but you know what I'm hearing, you'd be listening to it if you wanted to on the stream, and you could tell exactly what's going on here. Why we're saying what's wrong with Ken's audio? I mean, you had it fixed beautifully on 222. Now it's all barfed up on 6. Over.
Oh yeah, well, it's a different radio, Charlie, and a different mic. I don't know. I put the headset on now, and things look okay, but I'll have to. I can listen to my own signal on another radio in a shack with no antenna connected. It can easily hear station that's running a kilowatt. Anyway, as long as you heard what I got, say it's good enough. And 6RO.
Well, it sounds a lot better when you jump into it a little bit. When you put that headset on, it made a whole bunch of difference. And the audio level came way up, so that helped a ton. I guess it was just an audio level setting more than anything that was doing it. It's still not super clean. It's a little distorted, but it's audible, and it's not dropping out at all now, so it sounds fine. Anyway, let's see, Rob, are you copying Ken there?
Yep. How you doing, Ken? N6RO, KM6SRO.
Yeah. Howdy, Rob. Doing fine. Yeah, I think the situation was more positioning of the mic. Actually talking off the side with it just laying it down on the bench. But now I got the headset on and the mic in a normal position. Anyway, back to you, Rob, and then to Mike and 6RO.
Okay, Ken. That sounds good to me anyway. Okay, Mike. Thank you.
All righty. Very good. Ken, let you go. And you said something about a contest coming up this weekend. That's not another 160, you said. I thought you said 160, but that can't be right. What did you say?
I was talking about last weekend. When I didn't get enough sleep. And that 13 hours I got today was a record for actually sleeping, not just in bed. So anyway, yeah, okay, I'll pay attention one of these days to the settings that somebody else used, just for this net, and 6RO.
Okay, well, good. I'm glad you were able to get a big, long rest like that. That's great. And I'm glad that your body can let you do that. Sometimes your brain won't let you do that. And although it was the brain that was exhausted, you weren't doing any heavy lifting on 160, were you?
No. It's just hours that I spent not sleeping in the prior 4 days. So it has a way of catching up when I do that.
Yeah, well, that's good that you can do that. I catnap it back together. That's when I was doing moon bounce all night long. You know, you never know when the moon's going to be up. So I'd be up all night sometimes. And then, of course, if we were on a trip or something and never wanted to do something in the daytime, I find myself in the car going somewhere and I couldn't stay awake. But I take little 15-minute cat naps, and with it, by the time the day is over, I've kind of recovered. So that was my technique in the old days. I don't know what I do now. I sleep 13 hours a day, but in little bits and pieces. I always fall asleep in front of Jesse Waters or somebody on the TV for about 15 minutes. I catch about half an hour of sleep after I get done weed eating, and I was weeding today, just weeding, pulling weeds. I got a huge pile of weeds just from the front landscaping area. I worked about 10 feet of landscape area, and I got a huge pile of weeds. Jesus. That's getting old. I'm going to have to break out the weed killer. 7-3, Ken. Okay, N6RO. We'll see you tomorrow night, 1296, K6MYC.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't do much physical work. It's a chore just walking straight. But I can get around with a walking stick. There's a song about that, by the way. Without my walking stick. Leon Redbone. See you tomorrow on 1296, N6RO.
Roger, see ya.
6SRR.
Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, on the chat room, we've got John in there. Let's see, KD6WVL.
Okay, well, I'm pointed right at you, John. Go ahead. Maybe he doesn't have a 6-meter antenna. John, if you got a 6-meter antenna, make a transmission. Let's see if I can hear you. KD6 Whiskey Victor Lima, K6MYC, over.
John is in here.
Do you hear him at all, Ken?
Oh, no. Oh, I heard WZZ.
Oh, WZZ is in there, and then another John. Okay, well, we'll go. I didn't hear him either, so I don't know where he's pointed, but normally I hear John pretty good. But I don't think KD6WVL's got an antenna, but we could check him in since he's such a good member. What do you think, Rob?
Well, that sounds good to me. He must be listening to us on the stream, huh?
Yeah, 1179. Okay, let me see. I should be able to hear you, John, W6WZZ. W6 Whiskey Zulu Zulu. WWWZZ. W6WZZ, over.
Roger. Whiskey 6, Whiskey Zulu Zulu. Yeah, I hear you just fine. Can you hear me okay?
Oh, yeah, you're fine now. I don't know how I missed you. 11:45, right?
Yes, sir. How's it going down that way?
Oh, it's going good. It was nice and warm. I worked outside for about 3 hours today. Then I sat in the sun for a better part of an hour, 45 minutes or so, and just soaked up the solar BTUs, over.
Roger that. Yeah, I was out doing a little bit of work and out in the yard moving stuff around, and yeah, it was actually kind of nice.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't air-wise. Air was still. If we'd had any breeze, it would have been coolish. But I suspect we broke very close to 60, just sitting there in the calm. But of course, I was in the sun, and the temperature gauge is not in the sun, so we didn't even look at it. But I should have. But it was very pleasant. I'm just in a long sleeve shirt, and that was it. But I was very comfortable sitting even in the shade for a while. I had a little sun, just one patch of sun on my stomach, and that did the job, over.
Roger that. Isn't it amazing just a little bit of sun will do for our bodies?
Boy, I'll tell you. And it was bright today. It was hot too. I mean, it was this hot. This sun was coming in. There wasn't any fizzles or drizzles in the air to slow it up. It was coming in good. So, and the cat was loving it. She was sitting there walking between my legs and laid down on the concrete, and I'd pet her and I'd put my hand on her. She's a calico, so she's got dark fur, and I put my hand on her fur, and it would just she'd and then she'd get up and walk around some more and roll around, and she stayed with us out on the patio for a better part of 20 minutes, just lounging in the sun, over.
Yeah, roger that. Hey, listen, if you know somebody that's interested in need a tower, I've got a tower, a 55-foot telescopic tilt-over tower I need to get rid of. I'd be willing to trade it for a Zygo G90.
What's a Zygo ZG90?
It's a QRP radio. I think it's 10 watts or 20 watts. Has waterfall, all kinds of cool stuff on it. And I'm looking for that. Oh, it's got a tuner in it too. It's for QRP.
Okay, let me do this. I'll have Frank perhaps call you in the morning. Let me get your phone number, John. If you don't want to give it on the air, you can email it to me if you want.
No, I'm fine. 925-250-5075.
I couldn't figure out why the paper wouldn't stay put. I had a loop of my mic cord underneath the paper, and I'd put the pen down, and the paper would jump. At 925 what?
250-5075. You get it?
Yeah, I do. I was just getting it down. 925.
Yeah, 925-250-5075.
I got it. I just had to fix the spot that screwed up when the paper moved. I was writing on a lump of loose paper there, and the 925 did not come out right. I can guarantee you. I can't see it, but I know he wouldn't be able to read it. So I'll try to remember to call him. I'm sure he would be. He would probably be game for that. And you can tell him the part number, the model number of that radio that you want. I'm sure if he's not familiar with it, he can look it up quickly. But that might be a good deal for him. Anyway, somebody else wanted to get rid of a tower. Was that the same one? Will you talk to me about this tower last week?
Maybe. I'm not sure. Not really sure if I did or not. I hadn't really decided on getting rid of it, but finally I've given in, and I don't have the room for it in my yard, and so I'm going to get rid of it. It's good. Whoever gets it is going to need a trailer, a good size trailer, because it's roughly 25 feet long, closed up. So it'll be about 55 feet cranked up.
Yeah, I understand. Is this a self-supporting or a guide?
No, you'd have to guy it out. It does tilt over, and then you'd have to guy it.
Okay, very good. Well, I'll talk to Frank about it and see. And we can also mention it on the net here. And a lot of people listen to the stream. A lot of people listen here. So even if I don't mention it every QSO, the word will get out there. There's a tower available for a very, very good price. 55-foot, 54-foot motor, manual crank-up guide tower, but crank up and tilt over almost for free. So anybody need it, get in touch with John, W6WZZ there. All right, very good, John. Good to hear you, by the way, 7-3. And thanks for checking in here. We hear you fine. W6WZZ.
Roger that. 73s. Have a great rest of the week.
Okay. I was laying in bed working your call over the other night. I got, boy, that's a WZZ. That works. Anyway.
A bit easier to say than my old call if I'm contesting or just calling out. It's a lot shorter and it's a lot easier. It rolls off the tongue pretty good.
Yeah, Whiskey Zulu works good. All right, 7-3. Anybody else in this direction while we're listening? K6MYC before I go to the Bay Area. Okay, nothing heard. Let's go to the Bay Area here. Something right around in there. 2. Something in that area. That should be pretty close. Bay Area, Bozo Net. Sorry I'm late, guys. K6MYC, 6 meters.
B6, WSC,
here's Whiskey Bravo 6, Whiskey November India, 1090. They're coming very loudly as usual.
Okay, got 2 of you in here. I did hear you, Mike, right? KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie.
Roger, here I am.
Okay, very good. We missed you, but we'll look for you tomorrow night on 1296. Missed you last night on 2 meters. But I know how it is. Sometimes with weekends you're eating dinners or having a night out or whatever. Anyway, good to hear you. And was it warm or cold in Daly Center today?
It was pretty warm. I felt comfortable just without a jacket on. So right now it's 50 degrees and clear. Yesterday I was in Sacramento and it was pretty cool there. But I don't know. Weather's good. We should get some rain here tomorrow night, but I don't think it's going to amount to much. Over?
Yeah, and that's what we hear. We're going to get rain maybe Wednesday. And they say it may not amount to too much, which means we probably won't get any. You guys get it, and then the cloud is emptied by the time it gets floating over us there. All right. Good to hear you, Mike. Thanks for checking in, and we'll look for you tomorrow night on 1296. and I'll pick up Gary here, WB6WNI, K6MYC.
Good evening, Mike, and thanks for the weather report. Now I have to go outside and see if anything needs to be covered up again. There hasn't, probably the last rain we had was 2 weeks ago, and you know how it gets. You start leaving stuff outside, and then you say, oh, weather report. Well, this gives me a couple of days to move it. You're probably right. There will be very little rain, but I need to just play safe. Anyway, not much going on since I talked to you yesterday. It was, I would say, much warmer today. Much warmer, meaning about mid-60s. And other than that, not much to report. I heard you were pulling weeds. Well, I need to start doing that soon as well. But nothing else here, Mike. So I'll turn it back to you, and again on Wednesday we'll meet again on 2 meters. K6MYC from WB6WNI, 73.
Yeah, 73, Gary. We'll look for you on Wednesday night. Yeah, well, I'm not excited about pulling weeds, but I'm going to do it one last time here until the next time. I let it go all winter. And probably a big mistake. I don't think I pulled a weed in that area since about September, and holy crap. I got a certain kind of weed. It's not an aggressive, not a nasty weed. It's a little soft, probably be good for animals to eat. It's like a clover. It probably could be a clover family. But it grows voraciously here. And it's easy to pull. It doesn't have any stickers, but it just does cover up everything with a lot of green. Quite wettish and heavy. And that's what mostly I was pulling today, along with some devil grass that had gotten in there, crabgrass. So there you are. But it was nice. I think we probably pushed toward 60. We might not have broke 60, but we got awful close. But it felt like it was at least 60 or 70 in the sun. So there you are. See you on Wednesday, Gary. WB6WNI, K6MYC.
K6MYC, WB6WNI. That clover is very beautiful. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, but it's a weed. But, you know, sometimes I have it in a pot and I just leave it stay there because it looks so nice. Anyway, Mike, I'll let you move the net along and talk to you again on Wednesday. K6MYC, WB6WNI.
Yeah, it is pretty and soft, and it doesn't have any bad characteristics to it. It just, it ain't where it's supposed to be. Okay, let's take a listen. Let's just see if he's there by chance. He's got a new Chinese hole loop that he bought. It's Chris, Ka6UYH. Would you give him a call on the frequency and see if you can hear anything from him? Over.
Roger, Roger. Ka6UYH. Ka6UYH. Chris, are you on 6 meters this evening?
Don't hear him. AB6
I'll take that as a no because I don't say anything 20 over 9, which he would be. So I guess he's not here.
Yeah, I don't hear him either. Good evening, Stan. AB6SR. Thank you, Gary. He didn't think he would get the loop fixed. It was resonant at 54 megs, and he had no way to get it to go down in frequency. I mean, stupid Chinese, they didn't give him any flexibility on length of the element. It's folded into a loop, and it's locked. If you don't want to work on 54 megs, well, up yours, buddy. What a dumb way to build an antenna. No adjustments anywhere. Anyway, good evening, Stan. AB6SR 807 with a Merlot in his hand, K6MYC.
No, the Merlot's long gone. I was listening to you and Gary. It sounds like we all had much the same weather here. It's nice and sunny this afternoon, about 60. Did a little bit outside. I've been doing some new door framing indoors and getting the tomato seeds ready to sow tomorrow with the heated mat indoors here. So guess you've been pulling weeds. Anyway, good to hear you on 6. Glad things are okay for me here. Back to you, Mike. K6MYC, AB6SR.
Yeah, Hey, I should probably buy some seeds. We like tomatoes. I like cherry tomatoes. And you're going to, cherry tomatoes you're planting?
Yes, Sun Gold. They're called Sun Gold. I grow them every year. They're wonderful.
Yeah, they are wonderful. They add a little bell shape to them, don't they?
No, these are completely round. They're completely round. The pear-shaped ones or bell-shaped ones never got enough taste for me, but try Sun Gold. Wonderful variety. Back to you.
Yeah, well, the pear-shaped ones are more meaty. They have less juice and more just meat, particularly in that little neck down area. So I like both of them, though, and they're good just to pop in your mouth and chew on in a snack time. I should get some cherries. They grow great here. And I can probably, I got enough animals around here, and if I put a screen around them, I could probably keep the rabbits out. But that's the only thing we've had trouble with. Come out one day, and between the rabbits and the deers, and all of a sudden we got 50 tomatoes on there one day and none the next. Over.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Got the same problem with the rabbits here. Damn things, they seem to try everything. I wouldn't say they eat everything, but they try to eat everything and mess things up. Anyway, not as bad as squirrels. Squirrels late in the season are the bane of my life here. Back to you.
Okay. We have a lot of squirrels, too. But luckily around here, there's a lot of stuff on the ground to eat, and most of the time, except in late fall when there's the grass is all dried up, they don't have much then. That's when they get a little bit aggressive. And I usually, the cat food takes care of it. I get a little extra dry cat food, and that keeps them from getting anything else that I don't want them to get. So I have a tree stand, nice to hear you tonight. Good strong signal here on 6, very adequate. AB6SR, Los Gatos, K6MYC.
Yeah, okay, Mike. Look around, see if there's anybody else in the Bay Area for you. I'll close down here. So, yeah, great to talk to you. Talk to you again on Wednesday on 2. K6MYC, AB6SR, clear.
Roger. See you on Wednesday, Stan. Good evening to you. AB6SR, K6MYC, looking for any other check-ins on 6 meters from the Bay Area. Over.
Whiskey 6, Mike India Tango, W6MIT calling.
W6MIT, now that's a new one. I don't have any idea who that would be. But if you have a Bozo number, give it to me. If not, we'll give you one. Over.
Roger. This is incredible. I'm a good friend of Gary, WB6WNI, a good friend of Gary's, and he told me about the net. The name is Rick, and we are in San Carlos, California. Go ahead, Mike.
Okay, I'm aimed at you, but I missed the name. You said it very quickly, and I didn't get your name in San Carlos there.
Roger. Name is Rick. Radio India Charlie Kilo. Rick.
Okay, very good, Rick. And Rob, you want to get out the list there, and we can give Rick a Bozo number. It'll probably be something like 297 or 1297 or something. We're getting very close to 1,300 members here. Boy, I'm doing good, see. I'm running out of gas mentally here. You just gave me the name. Rick, I'm sorry. You have an interesting call sign. We do business with a company with the initials MIT. You know who that is?
Yeah, I missed the question, the exact question. You're pretty weak here, Mike, only because I have a fairly noisy location. The W6MIT was a call issued in the 30s just for about a year, and then another guy named John, the second W6MIT, had it for 70 years. And I picked it up last year. He became a silent T, and I picked up the call last year. There, Mike. This is W6MIT.
Okay, are you vertically polarized, Rick?
Maybe circular. This is a 70-meter horizontal wire. 70-meter horizontal wire. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, well, you must be picking up a lot of noise because I'm running 1,500 watts to a 9-element Yagi at 105 feet. Over.
Yeah, that's very impressive, Mike. Very, very impressive. Yeah, Gary, WB6W and I've known Gary for 50 years plus. Anyway, he talks about you all the time. And your wonderful station there. Mike, go ahead.
Okay. Well, very good. Thank you, Gary, for getting him in here. And we'll give you a Bozo number. But no, I was referring to MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology. They have an R&D area that does a lot of prototype work for the military and for other government agencies, and they're a very good customer of ours. That's why I mentioned it. Over.
Yes, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry I missed that the first time. Yeah, and the location here is pretty noisy. So I went to MIT a long time ago, and I worked for MIT Lincoln Laboratory for 20 years up until 1999. And you guys built an antenna for me, 2 of them, for S-band, 2 S-band Yagis. For a research project there, Mike. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. So you know, that's a good connection. But you picked a good call sign. I like it. They're a very good customer. We've got a very, very good relationship with the MIT folks. We're not supposed to mention that, of course. We're not supposed to mention who our customer base is when it comes to stuff that we do for them. But since you've already got the call sign, I can't help but mentioning MIT, can I? I guess you're not copying well enough. I'm sorry about that. Let's see if I'm running enough power here. Maybe I got my power turned down. Let's see. What have I got here? 50. Well, I could give you... Yeah, I could give you a little more drive. I don't know if that'll help any. Did that bring me up at all there, Rick? Let me get a Bozo number for you. Rob, give me a Bozo number for Rick there, would you?
Okay, Rick, W6MIT is Bozo 1244, 1244.
Okay, your Bozo number. I thought we were higher than that, but maybe not. 1244, 1244, 1244 Bozo number for W6MIT. Go ahead, Rick.
Okay, Mike, excellent. Yeah, K6MYC, W6MIT. Bozo number 1244. It's in the log, Mike. Thank you very much.
You got it. And, of course, if you have looked at the website, it gives you all the frequencies and the times that we call the nets on the other bands. We call 6 meters, 222 like we did tonight, 222, and then 2 meters Sunday night, Wednesday night for 2 meters. Tomorrow night is 1296, and 432 on Thursday night. So we call a bunch of nets, and I do call all of them when I'm here. And so we'd love to have you check in on any other band where you have the capability. 73 is nice to meet you, Rick. And on your final over, tell me what you are using for radio and how much power. W6MIT, San Carlos, K6MYC near Fresno in Central California.
Okay, Mike, very good. K6MYC, W6MIT. Yeah, I'm using a Yaesu FCDX10, and about 100 watts into this 70-meter horizontal loop. And I have a vertical. I have a 6-meter Ringo Ranger, but I can't hear you as well on that as I can on this loop. So, and I'm feeding the loop in a kind of a funny way. but those are details. I'll be working on that here to see what I can do to get a better signal. I do have equipment on 144 and 432 sideband, only 10 watts, and we'll see what happens. Anyway, thank you so much for the Bozo number, and talk to you soon. K6MYC, W6MIC.
Roger. Very good, Rick. Flying on 2 meters and 432. Let's see if you can get a little bit more a directional antenna on 6 meters here, maybe a 3-element Yagi or a 5-element Yagi, or even just a quad loop. But I think the fact that that loop is laying horizontal is probably not doing you any favors. Horizontal loop. How long is the loop? It's got to be really small. I imagine it's only about 4 feet on a side, isn't it?
Negative. It is 70 meters. 70 meters. So about 240 feet is the circumference of this loop. So it's probably radiating more circular polarization there. Mike, go ahead.
No, it's not circular. But you've got lots of lobes coming off in all different directions, and that's the problem. You got lots of lobes. And they're probably horizontally polarized, but they're coming off in all different directions. How high is it above ground, over?
It's average about 20 to 25 feet. And yes, it does have lobes everywhere. I've modeled it, and I've configured it. I can open the loop, I can feed one end or the other end, and anyway, I've tried to optimize it for your signal. But yes, lots of other lobes picking up noise. K6MYC, W6MIC.
Yeah, Roger. Well, I think you could build a smaller loop, just a full wave loop, and put it upright. If you feed it at the bottom or the top, and it's going to be horizontally polarized, and that's what you want to be. So a diamond-shaped loop, 1 wavelength and circumference, just under 20 feet or so, 5 feet on the side, give or take, and you should be in good shape. And it'll perform very well for you and give you horizontal polarity. And a single big lobe in 2 directions with side nulls, over.
Roger. Yeah. This is kind of a test. Well, not a test, but just an antenna of convenience. That's what I'm using. So yeah, I'll think about that loop, a small loop, and feed it at the bottom, and yeah, we should have it should work a lot better. K6MYC, W6MIC.
Yeah, Roger. Well, if you've got modeling, you don't have to model it, but it wouldn't hurt to model it quickly to get your lengths perfect for the diameter of conductor that you're going to use. I made a nice one out of 3/8 tubing. But it could be just made on a wire with some fiberglass struts to hold it up. Anyway, good luck with it, and we'll be happy to critique it and chat with you about whatever you choose there. Hi. Good to meet you. 73's Rick. W6MIT, K6MYC, clear, and looking for anybody else in the Bay Area. About W6PQL, are you gone to bed? I guess he has. Well, what do you think, Rob? Where should we point down south, or is it worth it?
I don't know. I thought we said we were going to give one last call for the LA guys.
Well, they're never on here, are they? I've never worked one single guy on 6 meters in LA from here.
Yeah, that's right. You're right. I wasn't thinking 2 meters.
Yeah. So Rick's broken, and until he gets his thing fixed, and he probably won't be in here if he ever gets back on the air. Hopefully he can solve the XYL issue.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me. I did talk to him tonight on the air. He checks in every once in a while to the Aries sideband net for Western Kern County, and he doesn't have a phone right now. He's had issues with his particular phone supplier, and so he's just canceled the phone. And I guess he has no transportation. The only way he can get a phone is to drive down to Bakersfield to get set up with a new one. So right now he's unreachable.
unless he talks to you on the radio, that is.
Yep, and I tried to ask him about where he usually goes, and he didn't say. He's very inconsistent. I just know every once in a while he's on the Aries Net on Monday nights.
Yeah, okay, well, at least you got a little bit of idea of what's going on there. I think he's got some kind of other problems, but we can't deal with that. That's his to live with, unfortunately. All right, is there anybody else? I guess we could go towards Santa Cruz, but I don't think he's there. I'm close enough to Santa Cruz that he would have heard us already. KW6S, KW6 Sugar, or A Alpha Foxtrot 6 United, K6MYC. Anybody? No, they're neither one of them there tonight, Rob. So I guess we're done.
Yeah, I guess so. Now, I was busy messing around on 222 when I heard you talk to Jim, so I missed some of the stuff going on 6 meters in the beginning. Did you have everybody down?
I wrote everybody down. I think Aaron's got the numbers, but I could just send this picture of 6 meters and 2 meters to you, over.
Yeah, you mean 222. Yeah, that'd be fine.
222 in this one. I wrote 52 in there, kind of off to the side, but you'll find it. It's in there, but it's not. I got 2 columns of numbers, and I ran out of space at the bottom, so I wrote it off to the side. But 52 is the last one we checked in on 222.
Yep, I got it. I heard you talking on 6 about talking with Jim on 222.
Yeah, okay. I'll just have Judy send it to you. Do you want it tonight or tomorrow morning?
Well, it'd be better to get it as soon as I could. Then I can just send it off, not worry about forgetting to send it off.
Okay, well, I'll see if she's still up. I think she's up, but I'm not sure. If she's gone to bed, which is not likely. She's been staying up to at least 11. So, but the only other problem is they just updated her phone, and I think last night, and she even had trouble taking pictures of the thing. Did she send you one yesterday?
Let me look.
Yeah, anyway, it was, I think she did. Or no, she didn't send it. She just sent you a text that said, you win. Mike only had 38 and you had 41.
Yep, that's what she said. You win because he has 38 to your 41. So I trumped you, huh?
Yeah, you did. I think what happened was I had a pen that was running out, and I would write a number down, and I would write over it, I thought, with a better pen, but I might have missed it, and then there'd be this blank spot with a number in it, but she couldn't read it. Or I was writing over the number that was a different number, and one was weak and one was strong, so that's probably where her count went off. We didn't spend a lot of time with it. Yeah, I figured if you had more than I did, you must add all of them.
Yep, could be, I guess. And I look at the stream now and again, too, so I may get somebody in there. You know, we haven't heard John tonight. I wonder if he's got a band practice.
Yeah, that's right. He hasn't been on either band, so he's obviously not home, because John is pretty reliable about checking in when he's home. He doesn't stay very long, but he's good about that. All right, I'll just have Jody send you a copy of this, and if you want to, well, you can count. I think my numbers are legible more or less on here. Now, there's a phone number off to the side. That was W6WZZ thing. It's written off to the side on the edge of the paper. Don't pay attention to that, but that's John's number in case Frank or somebody wants this tower.
Yeah, roger on that. I got the number here, too, so I'll know that that's what it is on yours.
Okay. Very good. Well, 73s. Aaron, if you're listening, 73 to you. Anybody else is listening, 73s. This is Mike, K6MYC, Bozo 47, closing down the 6-meter Bozo Net. Is this the 26th of January, I believe? K6MYC, 26th January.
That's a QSL.
Okay. I guessed right again. Good night.
Yeah, it's 2626, which is a very weird thing. Okay. Well, we'll see you tomorrow night on 1296 K6US.
Okay. Good night, Aaron.
Good night, Aaron. K6US, KM6SR 73. And good night, Mike. K6MYC, KM6SR 73.
Good night, Rob.